Great and beautiful Friday morning, afternoon, and evening to you, wherever you are joining me at this hour. Welcome to 226th edition of Investdata Trading Academy live with Ambrose. Good to start that the market, as we speak, across the globe are very mixed. Just like yesterday, the market started on a mixed note for matured market. Finally, most of this market, abroad closed positive. Just like here, also yesterday, our market was always mixed in the morning, but it also finally closed what? Closed, positive. But this morning, we are seeing a mixed starting across the board, being the last trading day of the week. But the good thing is that, like I always say, that you need to understand your strategy. Once you understand your strategy, it shows that you are following suit, to know what is happening in the market. That is not so that at the end of the day, you become what? A better investor. That is why you must not put your trading strategy behind or plan. It has to be at your forefront anytime you are in the market, no matter which instrument you are trading in or which market you are looking at. Either you are trading here or you are looking international market, you must have the goal that will guide. That is why you have your entering strategy, your stop loss, you have your exit strategy, you have your profit target. And once you hit your profit target, you don't need to wait to see where the market. You quickly take your position, take your profit. Why those that are also your stop loss? Because you want to manage your cash, your tradable, your tradable or investable fund. You know exactly what road is very, as you speak now, is still on a missed dimension, which for me there's no problem. It's a good one. Why? I mean, because if you look at what is happening in U.S. market after the minutes that came from the one of the Fed official, investors around that domain, traders continue to digest that information as digest because the market also breathed after yesterday. Even this morning, we are seeing that mood also in the market ahead of what February, ISM, review. What I mean, that means the purchasing manager index for the month of February. But if you look at what is happening in Europe market has opened on a stronger note this morning just because of what this sentiment that's also across the globe. Positive sentiment that boosted the release of the final reading of the Eurozone service activities data, which is the same word purchasing manager index to show whether business in that domain is also expanding or contracting. But because they have seen it expanding, that also have boosted what the market this morning across the Asia market. Asia market also overnight remained also mean, but the market there also have gained a stronger breadth because of what? Because also data that also comment in that direction as China service sector has also expanded as fast as expected in the last 6 months that ended in February. That also is a good one that also kind of spoiling up that market. So that there's a robust recovery from different sectors in China, and also this also don't forget that Germany being the largest economy in that zone, also exporting and importing from China. If China economy is expanding, automatically it has a way of also boosting that of the Eurozone. That's why you are seeing this expression coming. And why US also, yes, at Fed is also heading to kind of adjust rate to about either 50 basic points again. Last time was 25. This also we're expecting that if it's continuing, that means we are reversing back to what we saw in 2022. But we're believing that we're first seeing that if the business activities, which is the MPR, the purchasing manager index for the month of February, contract, but we saw a little expansion there. If it contracts, also that also have the way of sending a signal to the Fed committee what to do at this season. That's why investors are taking advantage of what's expected also to know what to do as to speak, and that is a good one for the market. Looking at the global purchasing manager index, which also rose to 55 in February from 52.9 in January. And I tell you, it shows that sectors have expanded in the last 2 months. After the government has also ended several world mobility restructuring and also that also tell you it's a big thing for the market now. If we are seeing the S&P Global Service purchasing manager expanding in this rate, it tells you that this is a good sign for the global economy also, including in China, that of Europe and US, and also Africa country, Asia. That means we are seeing recovery. Don't forget also we said that the price of goods at least almost 10 months low. If you look at it, but what is happening in Europe today, sorry, in Ukraine and Russia today, it's only what is driving this up and down we're seeing. If that is contained, we are seeing the move China, I said China is taking to make sure that the ceasefire and if other big brothers and big economy also leaders go into this and take advantage of it to settle this issue, that will go a long way also to improve the global economy. I believe that also the different central banks, yes, because we've seen that the tides of rallying are slowed down in terms of inflation. Despite that, it's still up. But I see that if that will trigger also what we expect to impact their decision. But for now, we need to look at what is happening. Look at the corporate earnings that are also hitting in the market as we speak. Not only in Eurozone, down here in Nigeria and also another market. These numbers are missed. But this morning, the number that came from one of the airlines, the airline company in Eurozone, in Germany, consider the profit after tax for the company operating profit has also improved tremendously. That's also part of what is boosting the market. Not only that, if you look at other ones that came from UK also, all these medical companies, also their numbers are not looking bad. It shows that there's expansion, and this expectation is what also expecting to boost market this season, being the period of earnings season. And don't forget also some educational companies, so that one of the educational companies also in that dimension also released also number also looking good. Also that is also happening in US. Numbers are coming and looking good despite the bad or the headwinds globally. Some companies able to move ahead with good performance. Despite the other, I mean, those companies are very rugged in this period. Oil price, as we speak, also with Friday morning, we saw a little kind of oscillation between that yesterday and this morning. For weekly, at the end of the day, we are seeing a weekly gain from oil. For oil, is that as we speak now, $84, $84, 67 cent. That is what we are seeing now for dollar per barrel, and it's also for oil. Sorry, that is also good because of what? Because of this really expansion in or recovering in China economy is increasing or fueling the demand for oil, and that is good. And also, like I said, if Russia go ahead to cut 500,000 barrels per day this month, that also you can see how the price but for me, it's a good one that the price have remained above $80. If not likely to cross 90, that also be a plus for many oil producing economy and like ours, which is also going to have a positive impact. Like I said, we're seeing that US market as we speak now is in green. Despite that it's mixed one, but I can see that the green one are higher than the red one. The Europe market, all this is there are green. Asia are mixed but with more greens. But in Africa, we're still also in a mixed market as we speak now. And yes, here in Nigeria is a bit what? It's a bit in red down as we speak to tell you that the market is still looking forward, waiting for more earnings to come so that it will add more weight to the market. That is what we are seeing. Like I said yesterday, because of this fear of hike of rate, we are seeing that most fixed income instruments are also hitting their 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 new highs. But like I said, if fixed income or rate are going up, automatically most of these central banks are shooting themselves because the economy you are trying to protect also trying to start the world contraction. And when it starts contracting, it will be what? It will be a negative impact. Yes, down home here, we want to look at the result that hit the market. Before we look at that result, we want to look at what happened in the figure that was released recently from our own purchasing manager index for the month of February. For the figure release, we saw that our we have contracted in the month of of February. It shows that business activities in Nigeria, that the private sector, this is the first time that we are seeing this kind of sharp contraction after almost 2 years of being above 50 basic points. This is the first time we are costing down to 44.7 basic point against 53.5 in January. You can see the sharp, and it's a lot of what you can see the impact of cash crunch that we have seen this period, and many companies unable to work to go for so-called recycling or buying what they normally do to boost their activities. It shows that these are the impact of this, impact of this policy and all. But who believe that after the final judgment are likely to come today, and also but CBN has continue going ahead with what the president has given us today. Finally also give a clear direction where we are going in that policy. But I'll tell you the policy as also is likely to help also manage inflation, which we believe that we saw what happened in the month of January but the inflation figure for February will also be looking ahead to see in this month of March. That will also determine. But I believe that as we are seeing this kind of economic contraction for the month of February, inflation is also as high as 21.882. I believe that in the next MPC meeting, this was going to guide the decision. But we believe that before that MPC, we will also be seeing what the inflation data for the month of February, which I believe that we're likely to see a slowdown, for a slowdown in the month of, for me, these are the things we are looking at, in this period. For every investor in the market, you need to look at what is the data saying and also where are we heading to so that it will guide your decision. Don't forget that at the end of this month, which is the last month for the first quarter of the year, in the month of April, we're seeing corporate earnings. Look at which companies will these activities, this cash front and all those, which sector is going to impact, which sector is going to hit. That you start thinking, and also if we're likely to see improvement from the second quarter of the year, then when I want to see the impact in this company at the end of the financial year, so that you know how to guide your trading and your investment decision as well. That is why you need to understand, because once you are seeing economic business activities slowing down, especially the private sector, which is the engine room of any economy, it all asks for some concern. But let's look at and see what the figure will be at the end of the day to see inflation data in this month. They are from 15th of March to see what February, and also don't forget that this same month to have 9% as I said earlier, this also what we're going to guide and see what is happening. We saw kind of a reverse in terms of uptick in the treasury bill for last week. Let's see what this week, the week we are entering, the new week is going to look like. That will also guide to see where. And don't forget that this is CPN have said that in the second quarter of the year, they're going to look about almost how many the trillion from the treasury bill. Want to say how going to, if you high rate, I going to pay for your let's see how it's going to go from the month of April. But for investors, let's start preparing. I believe that we have a better chance to make decision, especially now that we have seen our democracy not truncated. We are seeing a smooth continuity, despite the agreement are going to party are going to court. I believe that stability is very, very important. Once we get it right, we are good to go. That means there's no cause for alarm at all. Yes, on the data, on the earnings that was released to the market recently, we discussed like 4 years in the club, but today we're looking at two of them, and two of them, one is audited account, and one is what unaudited for Q3. I'll start with the Q3 number that came from Qt's Nigeria. Qt's previously, I'll tell you this number is fantastic. It's a good number, but at the end of the day, you can see there is a negative impact when your share in issue is expanding. You slow down your earnings. I'm not slow down your earnings. At the end of the day, you don't pay commensurate dividend or bonus that will support your price to go forward up. For us, we are seeing that this number is fantastic. The revenue for the 9 months moved from 5.49 billion to 7.07 billion. That's about 30% up, 59% up for the 9 months. Then if you look at the PAT for that period, from 542.78 million to 716.85 million, that's 2% up. For me, this is a good one. It beats what's expected. And also, if you go back to see the company profit margin, before I come to the earnings, profit margin moved from 9.82 to 10.1. That means, yes, in every one line transaction, about 10 to 11 kobo is retained as profit. Good but not good enough then to do more. But where you know that enlarging your share in issue is on the strength of the earnings, you can see that the 716.45 million translated to 20 kobo earning per share against 31 kobo posted in 2022, because 2023 was 20 kobo, and 2022 the company profit was about 542.78 million. You can see even when it has grown, it's a dividend, it's a bottom line with almost more than 200 million. See the earnings drop as a result of what the bonus they gave increased in the share because of the bonus that have left what the earning per share lower than what the previous year, from 31 kobo to 21. That's the thing you want to look at when you're looking at your figures when you're analyzing. Then if you quickly want to look at the operating cash flow for this company, I'll tell you this is a positive cash flow. It moved from from 747.16 million in 2022 to 884.95 in 2023 January. It tells you that this company is well run. Thus, the dilution we are seeing is because of what increase share. That's why see a company that has low share that can easily support their price. When you have a low share and also your shareholding structure is tight, you can see the impact what on the price, and that's what we will discuss also in this next question, next earnings we're going to look at how it played out. You can see it. That's why their payout is low, but you can see that the price of this company we're going to discuss is stable in the market because of what the holding structure is more on what institutional investor, on institutional investor, and on institutional investor. Not only that, these are the things that we should also consider when you are when you are analyzing and when you are taking position in your when you are making position to make decision. If you look at the result that came from Transport Hotel, yes, that these are into hospitality sector or service, but I'll tell you there's a good performance here. It also reflect that also that we just finished up with our electional season. Don't forget that during the election we saw a lot of activity. People to the extent that you are seeing there is no hotel in Abuja for them to know because of one activity or the other. That has also reflected on this company performance. If you look at the revenue, top line, that is the top line of this company, move from 21 point, Transport Hotel, move from 21.42 billion to 31.44 billion. That's about 47% up for top line, which is good. And also the PAT doubled, more than doubled, moved from 1.12 billion to 2.62 billion. That's about 133 or 134% up for what we can see that this is a good number. But at the end of the day, if you come and look at the profit margin here, you can see that this company, that is because of the cost of running such a big hotel, you can see that the profit margin is still below 10%. 10% for me is a call for concern. I mean, the management of this company to think more and see what they can do, what to manage their cost effectively. So that at the end of the day, they will also be producing the good earnings or return on equity for their shareholder. As we speak now, the company EPS moved from 11 kobo to 26 kobo for the period under review. The profit margin also moved from 5.23% to 8.33% for this same also 1 year that ended December 31st. And also the payout moved from 7 kobo no dividend in the previous year to 13 kobo. Yes, you can see that the earnings about 26 kobo, that is almost 50% of their earnings they are paying as what as dividend. But put it and look at the price of this stock all this while. It don't most time you don't see this stock below 6 naira for almost a year because I'll tell you Transport Corporation PS hold about almost 70% of this company, while 11 is owned by Ministry of Finance. You can see that this is not why the price is not stable and paying this 13 kobo for me it's also good for them. But if you look at the price and the type of I'll tell you it's not good enough to support the price of but the price will not naturally go down because of what the holding structure. The share is not much in the as float in the system for over to say they are selling down. That's why I can say these are the things that is happening at this period. For me, I believe that investors should consider all this when they are taking decision. But one thing that is for Transport Hotel is that the company operating cash flow, this is a strong operating cash flow to always look at to reckon with any time. But their strong cash flow stand at 11.47 billion against 5.67 billion in 2021. For me, this is a good one. I thought it's all possible point to where they are going, but I think they need to move more on managing their costs so that at the end of the day, this future turnover will also be converted to what good profit for shareholders at the end of the day. This is the position of the earnings that we've made so far. Now we go back to the market to see what our market is doing. I told you earlier when we were talking that our market is a bit down. We want to see what the market is doing now. No, this is the time for us to look at the state of the market, and that also help us as investors to know exactly how to take advantage of the information we are sharing, whether we should also jump into this position right away or we should also be watching with some caution. I will tell you that this is the time for us to really take position for those that are what are income investors. This market now is more for what for investors. While traders are looking for one opportunity that what to cash out, but for those that are investors are looking at what the dividend yield so far in the market. And with the impressive earnings and pillars we have seen so far, like I said yesterday, look at what the market is doing now. The market is doing 55,631.43. That is market is down by 38.01. The market is down with the around a 0.08. That means for me not a good one, but still fair to see because we expect to see market moving in the up direction. But because most of the high cap stock have not moved this morning, and also we're seeing that we're seeing more sellers position. We have 13 sellers and just 11 gainers. And when I mean say gainers, we have a negative negative market rate of 13 losers and just 7 gainers at this moment. This is the state of the market. But we want to look at the stock that are that are the top gainers for this on the loser side. We are seeing Royal Exchange leading, followed by Owando, Basin Unity Bank, and also Dangote Sugar also for profit taking at this hour, and also Lasaco. These are the top 5 among the 13 losers. Then for the 7 gainers, the top 5 can see that Mutual Benefit is leading, followed by Sovereign Trust Insurance. You can see the Japan Gold, you can see Linkage Assurance and World and Transport. All these are low cap stock. That's why the market is in this situation, because of what we're seeing that low cap stock are the one dominating the gainer side, while we're seeing big names on the losing side. Owando, Dangote Sugar, these are the things. But for me, the market is still looking good for those that are investing for dividend. Like I said yesterday, that if you look at the market now, all the results that we live so far, the only stock I can say that is still having a 2-digit return or 2-digit dividend yield. It's a UCAP. The price that dropped is paid 150 kobo. And I said yesterday, look at the price now. This is only what I have. 2-digit, either 10 point something or 11. You can see for yourself. That is a good one to start with for investor to look at those companies that have good yield. Not quite so good to guide you, because I will have said it in this class method that when you see a company that is growing its earnings, you are seeing volume increasing, or you are seeing momentum increasing, the stock is going somewhere. Price is going up. Now that we are seeing this positive earnings emerging from this company, it's all for you to keep your eyes on them and see how you can take advantage of what is driving this earnings. Is it going to be sustained? Once all these things also consider, that will make it a good one for investors to also look at. For me, this is how to go in the market. Now, we quickly want to look at the chart to see what is happening in the market. Like we said yesterday, I want to quickly call up our indicators to help us know the position of the market proper, so that we can see how the strength, the momentum behind the market, and all those where we should be going, or what we should hold, and also the ones that we should be selling as we speak. It's very, very important that you note all this as well as trader or investor. This is very, very key. Once you're able to understand how to use these indicators we always discuss here, and when you look at the market, even when others are panicking, you are investing with knowledge. You wait to see what the next direction will look like. Yes, we want to look at our money flow here. Our money flow. Then look at our ADS directional movement. Let's look at what our ADS saying us. ADS will tell you that the strength behind the movement. You need to understand where is the market heading to as we speak. Yes, we'll start from the index action. Yes, you know that this is a bullish channel already drawing the line up here, but I'm not doing that today, so that I will just explain. If you look at the market yesterday, the market from after pulling back on the previous day, you saw what we call a hammer, bullish candle. When the market go down, you see it here. It almost tested the T line and went up to close positive. This morning, market is a bit flat now to speak again. It's not as bad as we see flat as we speak now. Then, but still above the T line. Here that the strength is still in the market. But once you also look at the flow. The flow is also dropping. Money flow, sorry, was almost almost at 76, 75 yesterday. But this morning, money flow is reading at 70, 71, 72. Good one. But you want to look at the ADS. ADS tells you the strength also behind the moment, behind the trend you are seeing. If you look at your ADS is reading almost your ADS is reading almost 54. And this is tells that the strength in the market is strong. When you see ADS above 20, tell that there's strength. But when you see ADS almost getting to 60, 54, for me it's a good one. And you can see that since the blue line crossed the red line up, you can see the market that remained up. And that there's momentum in the market. You can see all these places that remain up, and this is why you are seeing the market above the T line. It's only once that it broke the T line, the next day, before you know it, market has bounced back in the up direction. For me, it's a good one. The momentum in the market is very, very. You can see that I've showed you something to also look at. Look at when the market was coming down, the red line was on top of them. But now, when market is already on the green, you can see that the blue line has taken charge, and that's why I see the momentum indicators here for me is strong. You can see also your ADS reading almost 54. You can see it here. That means there's no cause for alarm. These are the things that you're looking at to see. Look at your T line. If the market is on the T line on any time frame. That is why if you quickly don't look at we are looking at a day chart now. You can quickly look at your weekly chart and see what is the where is the T line. T line is you can see that the index is above the T line. Fantastic. Your ADS is also reading what almost 50 on the weekly chart. Looking up for me, it's a good one. For me, 32. Sorry, ADS is reading 32, which is above 20. For me, it's a good one. If you go to a 1 hour chart also to look at what is happening on the 1 hour chart, and see that on the 1 hour chart, the index is above the T line, flat above the T line, not below it. And you can actually see also that your your ADS or what we call is still positive. You can see that it's still above. That means the market is strong on this side. Yes, despite that it's seeing money flow coming down on the 1 hour chart or on a daily chart, we have seen also how the market is. For me, there's no cause for alarm at all. All these are indicators that are looking good. But for quick one, we want to look at some of these indicators, stocks that are make up activities for today. We have seen that there's a slowdown in Owando and Dangote that gained almost 10% yesterday. If you look at these two stocks now to see what is happening in Owando that is coming down, is it tired, and what can investor do? We look at with our indicators to see advise what they should do right now and where they should also be heading to. You can see on the 1 hour chart, you can see that there's in the last many hours, the last 3 hours, there's a set down on this stock. You can see it here trading below the T line. You don't need to ask question already. You can see it coming down. And if you look at what I showed you before, you can see that the red one has finally crossed the blue one up. This is a sign of what bearishness on the and this for on the 1 hour chart. And money flow has gone below what 50. These are the things to consider when you are if you are this kind of stuff. On a day chart, you need to look at what is happening on a day chart on the stock. On a day chart, you can see where it is coming from. And don't forget in this I said that when you see that your price action is far above your T line, it's a sign of what? A sign of correction. I can see the distance from where it's coming from down here. You can see it going down. And for me, you can see even your money flow is also looking down. And you can see also that the ADS is also looking to convert here. Once this one, the blue one and the red one cross together up, that is convert. But I'll tell you there's already a set down profit take. Like I said, when it was rally, I told investors or traders investor that don't fall in love with a stock market. Really, when the stock moves from here, this kind of place is going to take profit, whether they are planning to release or not. Since you have made profit in that stock, it was better for you to also quickly jump out of that position and forge ahead. It's very, very important. You can see now the price is already adjusting downward so that if you're that stock, just sell off your position and come out. But let's do that. I'm waiting for to see the outcome from court of what price they are going to do. These are the things we are waiting. Find there's no cause for alarm if that is what we are looking at. But quick one, let's look at what is happening in Dangote Sugar. After yesterday rally, what really this profit taking? Let's see how far it will go, and let's see what it looked like on the chart. This is Dangote Sugar on a daily chart. You can see that this morning that moved as high as what as 21 naira, even above 21 naira. And you can see that you can see the distance between the T line and this point. These are the things. That's why for us to maximize this life class, you must always look at your chart to see what you're doing, so that you won't be carried away with the market. When you see that kind of movement far, it will give you a sign, and that is why you can see it here. That profit taking is ongoing now. That moved from 21 to almost around the 19 naira. Now you can see, and also the strength is still strong, but because of the dividend of 1 naira 50 kobo, you can see what I mean. 1 naira 50 kobo dividend I push it up to almost 21 naira, and there are some stores that are also have paid that same 1 naira 50 kobo that their price is below 15 naira. Investors, especially those institutional investors that understand, don't have to look for dividend yield. An individual high network investor, looking at those companies that has good fundamentals, that their price is lower, they are paid almost the same dividend, and they can take position. That's why I said those that are in your cap tomorrow, we'll be discussing more what you should do, and also where how you should hold your position if you are already there. If you are not there, you are looking for where to make in quick money. We'll also tell you exactly what to do tomorrow from the live class, the premium class that's going by 12 to 1 tomorrow by God bless. For those that are still subscribing, I think about two have called me for this class. You are feel free to support by end of 31st of March. I think the bomber pack or the jumbo pack will also be expiring, and we go back to the normal fee for what for 70k for a year. That is how it works. Yes, this is for Dangote, Dangote sugar. But finally, before we leave this chart, I quickly want to look at the GT code again for today, and that will be the last for this last for today. We'll continue on Monday by God's grace. Yes, if you look at GT a day chart, you can see that they also tested below the T line. It pulled back. You can see it here in the last 2 hours. There was stock has been selling on what people are taking profit on it. You can see it here showing, and you can see also money flow is still looking up. But you can see that this our ADS is already looking down. Once these two line here, the red one cross the blue one up, that is a sign of weakness, and sell off is also going on. And if you need to take profit, good one. But for those that are income investor, they are waiting for the dividend, but see the price below the price is selling now, because when it pull back today, it tested at almost 26 naira 20 kobo before going back to this what at this side 26 naira. If you can get at 26, even look below 26, that would be good. Anybody that want to take another position, another position at this period. For those that are just coming in, if not that you are still having your own phone, you can still take some position in the market without losing much. I think this is how we got the cotton today. And I'll say enjoy the rest of your trading day. See you tomorrow for those in the premium class, and while continue our live class, hopefully by God's grace on Monday. I say bye.